Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
What the heck is that?
Well, it's that thing you're supposed to do at the beginning of the month, you know, to make your life, I don't know, more lucky.
Well, let's just get on with the show, shall
Rabbit,
we?
rabbit, rabbit.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
Do it. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
I just did. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
But did you mean it?
I try.
Yeah, you're very trying.
All right, let's start the podcast.
All
Ruby,
right.
All right.
All right.
If you like your tea with a side of shade, just sit right back, cause you've got it made. These girls are here to gab and tish, and they do it all with a sassy swish. Always dusted, never busted, it's true, don't you know? Always dusted, never busted, it's the Punching Judys show.
Well, here we are.
Oh my God, can you believe that we are on our third episode already?
I can barely believe I've been able to take that much of you.
Well, every Sunday, no less.
Well, that's true. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
I think people like what we're doing.
Well, I hope they do. Otherwise, we're just doing it like for ourselves.
Throwing it into the void.
Ah! Hey, what's those things on your ears?
Those are my earmuffs.
Is that what you've grown since your mustache fell off?
Yeah, I transported all the hair from my lips onto my ears.
Yeah,
and they
it
just
appears,
sprouted out of my ear
appears
holes.
so. Until you finally got your hormones sorted out, I
I
guess.
think so. Ruby,
Yeah.
because I'm gorgeous and feminine again.
Yeah, well,
But you know, the nice thing about
tell
earmuffs...
yourself what you want.
Wow. Well, you know, the biggest reason I wore those earmuffs today, Ruby, is because I didn't want to listen to you.
Oh, well, so that's how it's going to be, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I see.
All I hear is... Ba, 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 ba.
3 weeks and already you're just as horrible as you've always been. Always been horrible, you know that?
I can have a puppet too.
You are a
Hello,
puppet.
my name is Miss Booby.
All right, well, that's something, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Well, how are you, girlie?
I'm good. How was your Thanksgivings?
It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, I met my boyfriend's family for the first time. A lot of them.
How'd that go?
They're wonderful people.
You were saying last week, that you were going to see them.
And they were lovely.
Did they make a hot dish?
They did not make a hot dish, but everything else was pretty damn good. They smoked the turkey in a smoker, which I like. That's my favorite way of eating turkey. My boyfriend made this amazing sweet potato mash with mascarpone. Or is
Was that a cheese of some sort?
It's like a whipped cream, buttery kind of thing. It was so good. There was 2 types of pies.
Yeah, what kinds did you have? Did you have mincemeat or
I
pecan?
did not have mincemeat or pecan. I'm sorry.
I found out what was in mincemeat.
What is it?
So it's nuts and berries and apples
dried?
and pears and all kinds
They're
of crap.
dried though, right?
Well, they're like raisins, you know,
Okay.
dried fruit sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know.
But it was a very, very good Thanksgiving. We all played a little game after dinner before pie.
What
was
was
this
it?
game where everyone draws a picture,
Uh-huh.
and then the person next to you takes the little picture and has to guess what it is. It's sort of like telephone, but with a picture. So the person who wins is the person whose original word is the most accurate to the last person who drew a picture.
I hate games, really. I hate that crap.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about games that are just... I know there are people that love them. They're like, oh, let's play cards. Let's play Monopoly. Let's play the game of life. And I'm like, I'm not really into that, you know? Life is a big enough game.
What a humbug you are.
I really am, actually.
Oh my God. Well, Ruby, how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, it was fine.
That's it?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, you know, we had the brunch. I
Yeah,
told you about the brunch.
little Thanksgiving
Yeah,
brunch.
we had the little Thanksgiving brunch, and it really turned out nice. I mean,
What'd you have?
well, we had scrambled eggs.
Love a good egg.
We had some crab cakes.
Ooh, I love a crab cake.
Oh, they were really good.
Yeah.
But mostly I had mimosas.
And you
because
were-
it makes it so I can put up with the holiday.
And by the end of the day, you were on the floor, limp as a sock. Because that's kind of what you are, a sock puppet.
Well, once my right-hand man isn't in me, I'm pretty much that.
You got
That's
no
for sure.
bones, sister.
No, that's true.
No bones.
That's truth. Yeah, that's truth.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go see any movies or anything?
No, not really. Honestly, Thanksgiving, you know, I started off with I went to a earlier thing before I went to his parents.
Yeah.
I had a mimosa and some charcuterie. Then I left, and then we drove up to his parents, and no, we had a really nice time. And of course, by the end of the day, I was stuffed and had a nice little satchel
Oh, so
full
you
of
two
leftovers.
spend a little time together, huh?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Well,
No,
you know,
no.
I'm just saying.
You know that bottoming and Thanksgiving do
Oh,
not
I
go
no,
hand
no,
in
I
hand,
did not.
girl.
No, did I say? I did not say that, girl. I implied it, but I didn't say it. You just don't understand the implication as compared to just a flat-out mouthy.
I never liked innuendo.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly. I don't think you... I was surprised that you know what innuendo is.
Well, I know some words.
That's
you know.
true.
I
That's
read
true.
1 or 2 books every 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys had a good time.
But so you
It was a much better holiday not having you around in the apartment.
That's the most important thing, right? We got a break from each other.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of breaking each other.
Well, it's a lot easier to break you than it is to me.
Well, you know.
All
That's
right.
because I'm not made of anything, you know, flesh and bone.
Flesh and
Well, this
blood.
is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
So, should we get on with it?
I think we should. Let's dive into
Favorite
our favorite things.
Favorite, lots of things to do and see. Favorite, all the things we love.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to our little soiree here, our little holiday get together.
A holiday soiree.
That's what it is.
It's December 1st.
Yeah, it is.
It's that time of the year already.
I can't believe it.
I know.
It seems like it was just the other day.
It feels like it was just Pride.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
So
Ruby, what's your favorite thing today?
Oh, am I going first?
Yeah, I went first last week.
Oh, that's true.
You know, I like to be a little bit of a lady to you once in a while.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's quite an effort, isn't it?
It's really hard.
Yeah, with all the padding and whatnot.
Well,
Hey, listen, my favorite things this week. You know, I've been kind of incensed about this whole situation.
okay.
So there's a television program, and I really need to get out more because it's always been, I've been watching a lot of television.
I guess so.
Last week it was the Hallmark movies, you might recall.
Girl, you needed some hobbies.
I know I do.
Are you a
Honestly,
shut-in
I need
now?
a boyfriend.
I think you need you need your hand.
I do. I need something going on. Anyways, but there's this program that it's
Okay.
on the HBO Max.
Okay.
And I don't know whoever decided, you know, we've got this great brand called HBO.
Yeah.
So let's call it something generic like Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do something generic with an excellent brand
Yeah.
and call it Max.
God, you're just burning all the bridges, aren't you?
Well, I don't really
We'll
care.
never get a special on HBO Max now.
Well, that's probably true. But I like Netflix better anyways.
Okay.
So anyways, they have this program.
Yeah.
And it's called Somebody Somewhere. Have you heard of it?
No, what is
See,
it?
that's the problem. It's this genius program.
Uh-huh.
It won a Peabody, for Christ's sake.
Well, what's it about?
It's about this woman
Uh-huh.
who's been living out of state.
Okay.
And then she has to move back to Manhattan,
Oh, how
Kansas.
that's a place?
It is a place, Manhattan, Kansas.
Man, is it sort of Wizard of Oz themed?
Well, no, not really.
Because like some
That would have been last week's episode.
Well, I don't know. Everything's sort of in that mood right now.
It's true. But no, this is really great. It's very queer.
Okay, how?
Well, all the people in this town that her friends are all basically queer folk.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Bridget Everett, the comedian.
Bridget Everett.
Kind of
Oh
a stocky woman.
My God.
Yes, and it's like she goes to the bowling alley or something, or she joins a bowling club. Or
Well, she goes to the church.
the church.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, it's about people who live in these places that aren't the big cities.
Right.
It's about gay people that, you know, they work on farms and in
Yeah.
factories. And honest to God, it's genius. Jeff Hillman plays her friend Joel.
Okay,
And
Joel,
oh, honestly, he is adorable.
Yeah.
He is just great.
Okay.
And then, you know Murray Hill?
Yes, yes.
Murray Hill plays Fred.
Oh, the drag king.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's wonderful in it. He plays Fred, and
Oh.
Fred is works at the agricultural university
You know,
there.
Murray Hill, when I was starting to do drag in Brooklyn, Murray Hill was, you know, sort of this figure that we all looked up to. And it's amazing to see him sort of break into TV.
It's brilliant,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
brilliant in it, honest to God.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
Yeah.
And honest, now here's my take.
Okay.
Now, hot take. I've been around a while.
You a long.
We got into that last week. I've been
while.
around a while. Now listen,
Yeah.
Bridget Everett is to me
Yeah.
the Bette Midler of the 21st century.
I can see that.
She's funny.
She's hilarious. She has
She
a good
sings-
voice.
She's an amazing singer.
Amazing
She
singer.
had this great cabaret act, which I wish I could have seen in New York.
Uh-huh.
I mean, genius. And she's just fearless. She's fearless in a way that Bette was back in the day.
Bathtub Betty or
You know,
Bathhouse Betty.
a Bathhouse Betty.
Bathhouse
Yeah.
Betty,
But
yeah.
I mean, I just love her, and I feel bad that it hasn't gotten a lot more
Press.
notice.
Okay, I'll have to
You know,
watch it again.
You really listen. If you don't watch it, you're really missing out on something special.
My first introduction to Bridget Everett was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she had a video on YouTube. It was one of
Yeah.
her comedy skits or comedy specials or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And she has a song about her boobs. Have you
Well,
heard that song?
She's all about her boobs.
But have you heard that song?
I have not.
She's like, when I was a little girl, my mom would say, "Come over here, you big little nippy titties."
She's got some very big boobs.
And then she goes into this whole song. She's like, "Put them beaver tail titties, put them in the air, whip them out, whip them out." And it's like all about the different types of boobies in the world and how you should be proud of them. She's hilarious.
Honestly, if I could,
Absolutely hilarious.
if I had the opportunity to see her live,
Yeah.
it would remind. I just would. I would do it. I would. You know.
Wow.
I loved. I was really lucky. I got to see Bette Midler live.
I'm sure she'll
once.
tour.
Oh, I hope she does.
And hey,
Listen,
Seattle's a
I
popular
still
city.
feel really bad that she, you know, that it's the show's coming to an end after only 3 seasons.
Well, 3's a pretty good deal, honestly. 3 in this day and age is more than most.
Well, that's true, but
Yeah.
this is pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to
Anyways,
check.
that's my favorite thing of the week.
Okay.
Next week I'm going to try and get out and do actual
Yeah,
things.
maybe you should
I
go,
do
like-
have the Dina Martina thing coming up. I got tickets the day they came out. So
Oh, me too, me too.
I just love her, don't you?
Oh, well, we'll talk about that when it happens.
All
I
right,
think
let's
people
do.
would enjoy.
We'll put that on the calendar.
Yeah, we'll put a pause on that and we'll talk about it later in the month.
Well, it's worth talking about.
It
But
is.
yeah, definitely we'll
It
do
is.
it. Maybe the week before,
Well,
something like that.
I'll have to check the show out.
Yeah, do please.
I guess.
I'd love to hear your opinion about it.
Yeah, I think I'd like it.
You
I'd
know,
like her
I'm sure
quite a
it'll be
bit.
an uninformed opinion, and
My God.
well, you know,
I guess I'm the in-house stooge.
well, you know,
Ruby,
you know.
I think you are in trouble now.
Why?
Because I don't have a mustache anymore.
No, you
and
don't.
America's going to see this beautiful face, and they're going to be so enamored by the beauty that I, hold, and you just can't light a candle to it.
Okay, so what's your favorite things this week? Because honestly, that's just the biggest crock of bullshit I've
My
ever
God.
heard.
Well, Ruby, I think that my favorite thing this week.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of niche, and it is also TV, which I guess we both don't have live.
Apparently, we're like television-aholics.
I'm not even really, but I
Weird, because I just really don't like it. I've cut off cable and everything.
apparently not. We're streaming.
I've got the streaming.
Streaming is
now.
the new cable anyway.
Yeah,
you
well.
pay just as much across all
Or more.
5,000 of them. Probably
Or more.
Probably
Yeah,
more.
or more.
No, so this is something I do every single year,
Uh-huh.
and it is the Christmas claymations.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are you talking about the Raskin Robbins or whatever it was from back in the 60s? Baskin Raskin or something?
That's
Like the Rudolph the
girl.
Reindeer
You're thinking of
Reindeer and
Baskin Robbins as in the Baskin Robbins ice cream, but no,
Uh-huh.
they are Rankin and Bass.
Oh, Rankin Bass. Yeah, that's right.
You should know they're your uncles.
Yeah. Well, they tried to get me into that whole claymation thing, but I was like, that's kind of like puppet porn. I'm not doing that. I have my standards, you know what I mean?
You don't do stop motion. You can't be
No
still
stop
that,
motion for me.
You can't be still that long. Yeah, you keep that mouth open. Keep that mouth open.
I do like the Frosty Snowman one.
I love all of them. Of course, the one that I think everybody knows now is the I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow, the Heat Miser.
You know what's
going
gonna
to
happen now?
What?
We're going to have copyright problems because you did not get that cleared.
If I sing a bit of it, I think it's fine.
Oh,
right?
is it?
I don't
Do
know.
you know copyright law, darling?
I am in fact a copyright lawyer. Yes.
All right, well,
I'm
go
gonna
on.
say we're
Go
fine.
on.
And if it gets taken down, well, Big Puppet is really trying to do the band hammer on Miss Ruby Corp.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, they're not ready for the competition with the Muppets.
That's true.
No, but
That's true.
I love them. They are just a delightful part of my childhood that I have held
So when
on
are you
to.
planning on getting past your childhood?
Ruby, I am a luminous inner child. I don't age. I'm not jaded. I'm very youthful.
In other
and
words,
full of
all the
energy.
things you say you're not are exactly what you are. Is that
my
what you're telling me?
God.
You're not luminous.
I'm not.
Voluminous, maybe. Not
Voluminous?
luminous.
Oh my God, my hair's voluminous.
Yeah,
today.
something.
Look at that. It's almost as big as yours, Ruby.
Yeah, not quite.
I'm really
You look
glad
small next to
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. I'm wearing these earmuffs and I can't hear you all of a sudden. It's like there's a buzzing in my ear. Very.
You can hear me. You know you
very-
can.
Huh. A very strange.
Whatever.
Sort of weird looking buzzing.
So what's your favorite one? What is your favorite Raskin Baskin? Stop motion cartoon theme.
Raskin Baskin. That's going to be our stop motions, our parodies.
Raskin Baskin.
A Raskin Baskin. No, I think it's so this is the Heat Miser Snow Miser one. It's called A Year Without a Santa Claus. Santa Claus is taking a vacation. And so they have to go around the United States to try and get him a day off. And at the end, he's like, I can't take a day off. I'm Santa Claus. Because some manipulative little girl writes a letter being like, Santa, if you don't come this year, I'm going to have a blue Christmas.
Oh,
And
does she
sings
sing
that
too?
song.
Does she sing that?
And she sings it. She writes it in blue crayon, and
Oh,
she
dear.
manipulates this poor old man who just wants a frickin' break. And he does and does it. He goes and does it instead.
Oh dear.
I know he was all this effort for nothing because a little girl convinced him otherwise.
Well, you know, what can you say?
What can you say?
Sounds real boring to me.
Well, there's all sorts of them. There's the one that I just mentioned, Year Without Santa Claus. There's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which
What's
is
the
what
one with the hot guy and the cold guy?
That's the Year Without a Santa Claus, the one I just mentioned.
Really? Because the fiery guy and the frosty guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the children of Mother Nature.
I literally hate that one. I know. I like the frosty one, okay. Frosty, 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 snowman, frosty, snow.
That's the Who melody from The Grinch.
Oh.
Not
Well, you know, I don't really watch that crap at my age.
That's because it's of your generation, girl.
No, it's not.
No, is it earlier than you are?
I was only born in 2017. You know that.
Okay.
We talked about that last week.
I know, but the soul that
If you all are keeping up with the weekly, stuff we talk about.
Yeah. Well, I love them, Ruby. I don't
I'm
care
glad
if you
you
don't.
do.
But I will
I'm glad
say
you
I
do.
also love the Muppet Christmas special with that's like basically what is it, Christmas
You
Carol?
always bring up these these Muppets. Why do you do this to me? You are cruel.
but to be fair-
you are cruel. You know that I was turned down to be in the whole.
Ruby, take a Xanax, please. Please.
Please don't bring him up.
I really do love them.
Well, good for you.
Don't worry, Miss Piggy's not in that one very often.
You probably just are acting with me because they wouldn't let you in their
Oh my God.
group either.
Hey, the Muppets aren't having a big moment in time anymore, so you might be able to, inch ahead.
I hope so.
Well, probably not, but
That's
we'll try.
the plan,
We'll
but,
try. We'll try.
With you in tow, it's kind of a hard mountain to climb up.
Wow. Jeez, what a bitch.
Well, you knew that when you signed up for this gig.
I know, it's our thing.
I believe it was in the fine print.
What fine? I can't read. You
I
know
know.
that. I can only do shapes.
I know what shapes you like. And we're not going down that road.
Oh, are you preemptively stopping me before we even go there?
Oh, you know
And then
how I-
another one that I like is the Emmett Otter Jug Band Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
They are Muppets, but they're not the Muppets. They're a bunch of otters, and the son wants to join a jug band, so he puts a hole in his mother's wash tub.
Wow.
But now the mother can't do her washing business, so he feels all bad, and he tries to win a competition to get her money. In the end, they don't win. and I won't say
Is
the
Dolly
rest.
Parton in that one?
She should be, but she's not.
Well, I mean, with the whole jug band thing, I was like, well, you know, it
Well.
could be a country Christmas sort of
You
thing.
got a little couple of jug bands right there.
Well, I'm kind of proud of my jug bands, actually.
They're proportionate.
Yeah,
Not
you know,
as big as your head.
they're
but, you know.
quadruple A's.
I don't think you'd be able to. I think your head's a quadruple A.
Well, I think my head's more of a quadruple E.
I don't know. I think your head's a quadruple.
But no one's ever said anything bad about it, so.
Oh, God. Well, you don't need to get toothy with you.
Well, you know, there's no teeth, apparently.
No
It's
teeth.
like you said last week.
Last no teeth.
Anyways, well, it sounds like that's something to love. I think mine's better.
Well, I guess so, because you just shat all over mine.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Oh, isn't that so sweet?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, be quiet, you.
Yeah,
You
well.
go back to your little hidey hole and shut up.
Do you like the Grinch?
I do like the Grinch, but I
See,
don't.
I love the Grinch. The Grinch is like a hero to me
Why?
because I aspire to be like him.
Well, you're doing much better than he does at being an asshole. You're a mean one, Ruby Ross.
Bum-ba-dum.
Your lips are big as a sphincter.
Oh, you're terrible. No, listen, this is the thing I love about I love how it ends. I mean, he's terrible.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm terrible.
Well, you got
Right?
redemption.
But I love the whole redemption arc. You know, it's just a classic story
Yeah.
of being a terrible person
Uh-huh.
and still being able to pull it out in the end.
It's always good to pull out in the end, especially if you're a terrible person. You don't want to procreate.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a nice little story to tell, but, you know.
Yeah.
Ruby, I think that's your inner fears of being canceled in the hope that maybe, you know, you could be redeemed afterwards.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get on to our next thing.
All right.
Our next segment.
Is
Our segment, because we love a segment.
segments. Yes.
Miscellaneous.
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 Put a missile
A missile?
with any anus.
Oh, Miss Ruby.
What you'll get is miscellaneous.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to our little soiree, our little
Yes.
evening get together.
A little evening. A
I do
candlelight
love
shop.
it. I do love it that people are tuning in, and I do love it they're sharing with friends. I got some great reviews this week.
Yeah?
I even got a great review about you.
Oh, Willie, what was it?
I don't remember.
And what were your little great reviews, Ruby?
Well, that I was a genius, that I was funny, that I was clever and witty and charming,
They didn't call you beautiful, though.
and very charming, very charming.
Well, you know, when you're a piece of styrofoam, you're pretty charming for what that entails.
I'm
I
a very
suppose.
special piece of styrofoam. On this very special edition of a piece of styrofoam.
You know, I think
the
people are.
after-school specials. Do you remember those?
I don't.
Of course you don't. You're not old
I
enough.
didn't watch television when I was a kid. I read.
You only watch
books.
it now because you've got nothing to do in the evenings.
I got plenty to do in the evenings, Ruby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
It's more like Monday morning. But,
Well, that's
you
true.
know, it's good to schedule these things. you
That's
know.
true.
You know.
Oh, it's been quite a week, hasn't it?
It has been, but I've been surfing the TikTok,
Oh, yes.
and
the
I've come
TikTok.
across a very interesting trend.
By the way, did I tell you that it was Joel's TikTok, not his Instagram?
Oh.
Glory Joel, if you remember that. If any of you went to look him up and you were like, well, he's not eating food, that's because it was his TikTok, not his Instagram. I love him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's great. He's great.
Anyways.
But anyways, before you rudely interrupted me,
Was it that rude, really?
I found.
I mean, was it really that rude?
Yes,
How do you figure?
because I'm trying to talk. Ruby, I just yelled. I just stressed my vocal cords.
Coins? Did you stress your vocal
I
coins?
stressed my vocal cords. I stressed my vocal.
I just love to see you all flusterated, you know.
Flusterated.
Flusterated.
I'm gonna flusterate you in 5 seconds. It'll really be the Punching Judys show.
Well, okay.
Oh my God!
Okay.
You'd win that fight anyway.
That's right, I
You can't
would.
feel a thing.
I can't.
You can't see a
I'm
thing.
heartless.
That's true.
I don't have a brain.
You don't have a spine either.
I'm like the characters in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God! Anyways,
Okay.
Ruby,
Uh-huh.
I found this really fun trend online, and I think that we could do it, and it would be very apropos for our lives and our relationship. It might be a good little therapeutical moment for us, even.
Therapy.
So it's this thing called We Listen and We Don't
Therapy.
Judge.
She wants to send me to therapy. What kind of a relationship do you think we're in?
I said it was therapeutical. We're not paying for therapy.
No, all right.
I don't want to do that.
I don't
Who does-
either.
We don't pay for therapy. This wouldn't be nearly as fun if we were sane people.
Yes, people like us don't pay for therapy.
No, we
We use drugs and alcohol and prostitutes and that sort of stuff.
yeah.
Just hide
Pretty
that
much.
sort of.
We use our darkness as a inspiration for our comedy.
Really?
We laugh about all our sadness.
Uh-huh.
Even though my smile is aching, my makeup may be flaking.
Why
but
do you
the
feel the need to
smile-
constantly break into song?
Because I'm a musical theater major.
She's a theater kid.
Anyways,
Okay.
there is a thing online. Two
Okay.
people, two friends. They
Uh-huh.
do We Listen and We Don't Judge. And then
Uh-huh.
the one person says, there was this one time that I took a poop in your sock.
Listen, but don't judge?
Yes.
Is that
Something-
even possible
Ye-
for you?
I don't know if it's possible for you,
Well-
but I'm capable. So basically, let's practice it together. So on the count of
okay.
3, we're going to say we listen, we don't judge at the same time. All right?
All right.
1, 2,
Two.
3.
We listen and we don't judge.
Now, Ruby, there was this time
Uh-huh.
where I maybe tried to borrow something of yours, but it didn't quite fit.
Uh-huh.
It might have been that really pretty green satin dress that you loved. And I
Uh-huh.
tried to put it on, and it maybe went up my thigh and then ripped down the back. Now, you asked me, Louvel, have you seen my green satin dress? And I said, no, I haven't seen it, when really I threw it in the garbage.
Oh my God! I can't believe you did that to me! I've been looking for that for months!
Well, we'll just get you a new one, girl.
It was custom made for me by Jamie Von Stratton.
Oh, well, you'll get over it, I promise.
I won't. I will not get over it.
I guess not. Well, this is why we're getting it out now.
Am I judging?
Yes, but you did listen, so I'll give you that. That's an that's an improvement. How about you try it? Let's do it together, all right? Okay. We listen and we don't judge.
I told your boyfriend about that time that you went behind his back and was flirting with that old man from Palm Springs.
Well, I told him that too.
I was wondering why it didn't seem to make any difference.
Well, he knows that, you know, if I get a good paycheck out of it, he doesn't give a crap.
Such a whore.
I know, right? That's all you had to say, girl?
Well, that was what I thought that was something.
Well, apparently not. You thought
Apparently
you were
not.
going behind my back trying to get me in trouble, but I already bit it in the butt.
Well, see, what can I do? Because you're you're pretty open. You're pretty out there. You're pretty slutty.
Open. I'm open for business.
Uh-huh.
Open for men.
Uh-huh.
I'm open for everything.
Oh, well, you know.
Well, okay, let's try it again. I'll do something that, because you know you're apparently perfect. Okay.
Well, honestly, the things I do behind your back, I would do to your face.
That's not true.
I pretty much did.
That's not true at all.
When I say something
Ruby,
bad about you, I always say it to your face.
You literally planned an entire European vacation and never once asked me if I wanted to go with you.
Well, I know you're too broke for that.
You could have at least asked.
Why would I want to be on vacation with you? I live with you.
But maybe we could have went to Europe and brought the show on the road.
I don't speak French.
You don't have to. It'll be like, oh, the Americans, this is so exotique.
Yeah, I don't want to go on vacation with you. That's just
Fine.
not going to
Well, you're
ever
the one
happen.
who tried to crash my Palm Springs vacation.
I'm not crashing it. I'm just going down there on my own.
Well, I'm
I
not
do
gonna
not
s-
want to see you. I
Good-
do want to deal with you.
I don't want to see you either.
I don't want to deal with you.
I don't want to deal with you either.
All right.
All right, fine. Well,
clear.
let's do it again.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. What is it we got to say? What is it?
we
We
listen
do
and
things, but we don't judge things?
We listen and we don't judge, okay?
Oh, Christ.
Okay.
Those are two things that I really have a hard time
Well,
with.
let's try. Let's
All
try.
right.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge.
Now, Ruby, there was a time you were out of town, okay?
Right.
You were, I think.
Was it while I was in Europe?
It was while you were in Europe, and
Oh,
I
okay.
was kind of feeling in my feelings.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, I am not happy with her. She's left me alone to be in this musty, dusty apartment while she's gallivanting in Italy with lovely Italian men.
That's true.
So you know what I did?
Did I tell you about that one Italian man?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And you sent me pictures, and I was very jealous.
I was jealous for you.
Well, Ruby, while you were gone,
Uh-huh.
I had an orgy. And we all 5 of us were on your bed. And to make matters worse, I told you that I cleaned your sheets for you while you were gone, and I didn't.
Oh.
So you just kind of slept in a bed of sin. Could you smell it?
Kind of smelled like it always smells in there.
Well, that's pretty gross then, girl.
That's right.
That's nasty. Ugh. Ugh.
I'm really kind of put out by this, really. I don't know how to feel about it.
No?
I feel like I'm going to need to go into analysis.
Analysis?
I feel like I'm going to need a Freudian and a Jungian, analyst.
You're going to need a smudge sticks, too. You're going to have to sage that room.
I feel like I'm going to need bleach.
You're going to need... Don't mix the ammonia with the bleach, though. That's mustard gas.
And now I'm wondering, can I even trust you?
Yes?
All of my trust has gone out the window.
So did all the men when we were done. I told them not to use the front door because I was afraid you'd look at the ring light. Or the ring camera. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I think about you, don't you?
You think that I'm a dirty, rotten hooker.
I think that's a rude thing to say about hookers. What did a hooker ever do to you?
Nothing.
Well, so don't be rude like that to
Oh,
him.
my God. Well, that's the truth.
I don't know if I like this. I don't think I like this stupid. But I don't like games. I said it earlier.
It's not a game.
Well, it is a game.
Well, maybe we do need a therapist then.
Well, maybe we should get a guest therapist to come on sometime.
And then they can analyze our feelings for one another, our rage that we have. It'd be like, well, why are you still living together if you have such strong feelings for each other?
Well, doctor, I'm going to say it's because otherwise Louvel would be homeless.
Oh, really?
It's true.
It's such a nice little charity case for you to bring upon yourself.
Well, when you're an icon of the puppetry and the drag community like I am, and you have, the means to help poor, unfortunate souls like yourself.
What are you, Ursula?
I've been known to be.
You're not that pretty. You poor, unfortunate hole.
And once again, she breaks into song.
That's my thing.
I feel like that's a thing that we need to explore with our analyst.
We're going to explore something. Something deep.
You're terrible.
Something cavernous.
You're terrible.
Go spelunking.
Yeah. In your brain, that's a scary thing.
It's a void, honey.
Ugh.
You can go, if you knock on my head, it goes...
That's the truth. That's the
It's
truth.
echo. I hit my head the other day, girl.
It doesn't surprise
It was actually
me.
kind of scary. So this is a real story.
Okay. What, the rest of them weren't?
No, I'm just saying, I really did hit my head.
Oh, okay.
I was at rehearsal.
Okay.
And my dumb ass, I go to sit down in the chair underneath me, but I'm a little off from the chair, so I sit in the thin air. I sit down, I bash the back of my head into a metal railing.
Oh, my God.
And I sat there dazed. I was like, I wonder if I have a concussion.
Wow.
It was kind of scary.
This sounds like the beginning of one of those Hallmark movies.
But the sad thing is I remembered you afterwards, so. But I had to go through the rest of rehearsal with an ice pack on my head, so I'm dancing with an ice pack on my head, and that's the mark of a real professional.
It is the mark of a real professional.
But it was kind of scary. I thought maybe I was going to have like a brain bleed or...
Which is really surprising because I don't really consider you to be very professional.
People love me. I'm on time. I am courteous. I take things seriously, except for you. And that's the mark of a professional.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Unlike
Okay.
you know, you're late to every gig.
Uh-huh.
You think that people have to carry you around in a
Well, honestly,
bag
I'm
everywhere.
a big star and I can be late.
No, you can't.
I can.
Because when you are late, it makes me look bad, and I'm the timely.
Listen, it doesn't take any help for you to look bad.
Do you see this, bitch?
Well, you know, it's true.
Look how beautiful I am. And she
Oh,
has the audacity.
oh, do we have to go through this
I'm
again?
talking to my fans, okay?
Yeah, you're talking. You're talking. What's new?
Well,
I'm just saying.
we listen and we don't judge. Well, Ruby, guess what?
What?
One time, and
Uh-huh.
maybe it hasn't happened yet, I decided to push you into a wood chipper.
I think I have literally just been
Threatened?
threatened with my life. I'm glad this is being recorded because I had this feeling that my life is in danger. You're in danger, girl.
You are in danger.
You're in danger.
You've been in danger long before I came along.
Well, you know,
The kind of life you live. It's a hard life.
it's a hard knock life for
you.
us. It's a hard knock life.
Oh, and now
for
who's breaking
us.
out into song?
Well, listen.
Hey, you know what? I figure if we do all the songs, they can't copyright all of them.
You know, I'm afraid they will check it.
I don't know how it works.
I noticed that they when I was uploading this week's episode, they were
Uh-huh.
checking copyright stuff. But I suspect
really?
You have to actually use the original
Yeah.
recordings
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
think so. I think so. I think we'll be fine.
I mean, I don't think it's like, you know, like when I have my poetry hour. I don't
Well,
think
that
that
was
was
original.
copyrighted.
I have a poem that I'd like to recite, I think, today.
Well, I have a poem I'd like to recite today.
Oh my God, wow. Now she's the poet. Miss Ruby Ross, Poet Laureate of
Thank you.
Seattle, Washington.
A peanut sat on a railroad track. Its heart was all aflutter. Along came the 6:15 peanut butter.
Did you write that one?
No, I think I learned it when I was in second grade with the other one.
Are they all from second grade?
Well, that's kind of when I stopped learning.
You know, there's a lot of things from those years that have stuck with me, like songs.
Sadly, not the
Poems.
ABCs or your math.
No, that's not the one. But like, there was one, and I think it left a mark on me. It was like, we're going on a bear hunt.
Huh?
We're gonna catch a big one.
Is that why
And
you're so into bears?
Ever since then, I've been going on a bear hunt, and I caught me a big one.
I do like. There's a bear song that I like.
What is it?
That Bear Picnic. You know.
I don't know that
Oh,
one.
it's such a cute song.
I don't know.
Sometime I'll have to sing it for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't.
No,
but,
I
you know,
probably will.
You'll get a little drunk, and then you'll sing it.
Yeah, I
What
did it
else is
for.
new?
Actually did it for one of those bacon strips.
Bacon strip.
Yeah, I'm actually doing bacon strip this coming weekend.
Oh, tell us about bacon strip.
Oh, it's the Christmas. Well, it's the XXXmas, which you know
Ooh.
that's typical. That's typical.
Of course.
I do love it. So it'll be the night after this episode comes
Airs.
out.
Oh, so maybe if people catch this and you're in the Seattle area, you should go see Ruby and Bacon Strip at Jules May Saloon.
Yeah, and I believe it's doors at 7 and the
Uh-huh.
show's at 8. Oh, and it's got Honey Bouquet.
Honey Bouquet.
And Sylvia Ostay from
Of
more.
course.
She is an icon. If
She
you're not familiar
literally,
with her,
Ruby says that she's an icon. Sylvia is actually a Seattle
Sylvia,
icon.
honestly, she is an icon. I mean, she's not an icon of the puppet drag community.
Yeah.
But she's an icon of the drag
community,
community.
yeah,
Unlike
absolutely.
yourself, who's just an upstart.
You know, Ruby, you can uplift others without bringing others down. And
No,
that's
I
all I'm gonna
can't.
say.
No, I
That's all I'm gonna
can't.
say.
I really can't.
Wow.
I can't.
Well, yeah, Sylvia is a lovely person. In
She
fact,
is.
Sylvia helped both of us get our starts in Seattle.
Yes.
You know, I'd been living in New York, like
Sadly,
you.
she's made some mistakes, but for me, she was a real help.
Yeah, well, it's nice to know that Sylvia made some good choices. Anyways, I think that it's time for us to give the people what they want.
Bad advice.
Bad advice.
All right, let's do it.
We told you once and we told you twice. We can't recommend our bad advice. We can't recommend our bad advice.
All right, bad advice time.
every time we do this,
Yeah.
I wonder if we're actually giving bad advice
Well,
or if we're giving good bad advice or bad good advice.
well, like you said last time, this is to cover our asses.
That's true.
So if the advice isn't good, it's bad, and
Right.
we've labeled it as such.
Then,
So then people can't sue us. Because Americans are quite litigious. They love to sue.
oh, that's kind of a good drag name. Sue Litigious.
Sue litigious.
Sue Litigious.
Sue litigious. All right, Ruby. I think this is on theme with what we just passed this
All right.
week.
Well, let's do it.
All right. What's this girl?
What kind of theme is it?
It's Thanksgiving theme.
Oh, it's that. Yeah.
yeah. And
Thanksgiving.
her name is Miss Meaty Potato.
Miss Meaty Potato.
Miss Meaty Potato.
Miss Meaty Potato.
Miss Meaty Potato. All
Okay.
right. Okay. Here's Miss Meaty
Here we go.
Potato.
Go for it.
I was in charge of Thanksgiving this year and was doing the turkey and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And delegated desserts and sides to other family members.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. My younger sister called me 2 days before Thanksgiving and wanted to make sure I was doing all the dishes vegan. She has recently become vegan, so this is the first Thanksgiving she hasn't eaten animal products.
Oh.
I told her, no, I'm not planning on changing ingredients in any of my dishes to make them vegan.
Well,
but there are
she wants her to turn everyone's Thanksgiving into a vegan
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
I know. But
Just because she's changed her eating habits.
okay, let's get through the little read-up first,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you can complain about it.
All right, I'm just trying to take it in.
So I told her she's not changing any of the dishes to make them vegan, but there are lots of dishes that are vegan, and she's welcome to bring anything she wants that is vegan, because she's worried.
Okay.
She got upset and said that I should happily change all recipes to accommodate her new diet because it's simple to use vegan cheese in the mac, etc. I told her since we have a ton of family coming who are not vegan and not used to vegan food, they might not like the food and might think it tastes off. Plus,
Vegan cheese? Have you
girl,
had it before?
we're not going to talk about it. It's disgusting.
I don't want vegans to be mad at us.
Well, we're putting ourselves in danger with this,
I know,
with this episode.
I
We're
know.
putting ourselves in the line of fire. The vegans,
But it's not our question, though.
no, but the vegans are a militant bunch. But we'll get to it.
Okay.
Plus, I was serving lots of stuff that was vegan.
Okay. Reasonable.
Yeah, which she's already. Anyway, she got really mad, pointing out how no one cared when she served only vegan food at her birthday. I told her that no one cared at her birthday because it was a day exclusively centered around her.
It's her birthday.
Right. So
Okay.
it made sense she got to pick the menu. I also said I was fine with her bringing whatever she wanted. She then hung up and said she would bring some of her own dishes, and I figured that was the end of it.
Excellent.
Later that day, she went on our family shared text thread where everyone signed up to bring a dish and privately
yeah.
texted all of the family saying that I wanted her to let them know to make their dishes vegan. Oh my God. I only found out because my aunt texted me asking if it was fine to use honey in the rolls. And I asked her why it wouldn't be. She then showed me the text my sister had sent about
Is
the
honey
rolls.
not vegan?
That's a whole other story. That's
Oh,
another.
okay.
You're getting into hot topics.
I'm sorry.
that
I'm
we're
sorry.
not going to mess with. She then showed me the text my sister had said about her the rolls need to be vegan. I was furious and
Okay.
angrily told my sister not to come to Thanksgiving. She didn't show up. Now, a few days later, I feel really bad. I feel like maybe I should have found a better compromise. A lot of my family is saying I should have just accommodated her. Did I screw up? No, you didn't, Miss Meaty. Because here's the thing.
Okay.
If this girl goes behind your family's back and lies about what you said, she is nuts. And that's one thing that that is vegan. Nuts are vegan, and she is a nut.
Well, it does seem, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I understand having a food allergy.
But it's not an allergy, it's a choice.
Oh, I even understand having a choice allergy.
Yeah.
Is that a choice allergy?
I think you have choice allergies.
What?
It's your way or the
I've
highway.
made some bad choices, girl,
You'd
just
probably
like
pull
you.
what the sister did.
No,
You'd
I mean,
probably do that.
let's recall there was that whole prison situation in Colombia, right?
God, well.
But listen, I mean, she's made a choice,
Mm-hmm.
and listen, I can honor and respect that.
Right. But don't lie.
But that's just terrible.
It's sort of it's sort of shrewd to
I mean, it's sweet that her family was willing to, indulge her and stuff.
right.
But honestly, why just not bring your own food and just, I mean, that seems crazy.
I think it's vile to lie like that. Just say to everybody, hey, my sister told, this is getting into good advice, but my sister said, you know, she's worried you won't like vegan food. Would you enjoy vegan food? But here's the problem. I'm not going to say that vegan food is bad because I've had some very good vegan food. Ethiopian food is largely vegan, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And it's delicious.
Yes.
There are some nut cheeses that are made in special batches at vegan restaurants that are good.
Yes.
I like a lot of vegan food. I love tofu.
I love tofu.
Tofu is great.
Yeah.
That's how I grew my titties. But don't ever lie like that. I think that's
Well, I think that's
disgusting.
when it comes down to this whole thing. It's not about the vegan food.
No, it's
because
not. It's about the lie.
like I said, there's a lot of vegan food I adore.
Yeah.
But to lie.
But this is
Because she wanted to get her way. That's the problem
she's
here.
a brat.
So, you know,
Your sister's a brat, Miss Meaty.
what I would do is I would just not invite her to any family
No, I would
get-togethers
say
ever
you're
again.
Done. You're done. You're
I would
cut
say
off.
you're out of the will.
Out of the will. I'm
You're
changing,
no longer. I'm changing my name.
Yep.
I'm changing my phone number.
Yep.
I'm literally going to tell Mom to take
Yes.
you out of
Of the will.
the will
She's gonna say you're a lying.
because I am the executor of
Conniving.
Mom's will.
Oh, are you?
Is what I would say.
Yeah,
I'd say
and you're-
I'm the executor of Mom's will.
You're not getting a cent of
And
Kathy's
I'm
fortune.
going to keep all that money, and you're getting none, because you're a liar,
a liar.
a liar,
A liar.
a liar,
A lying
And
vegan.
I can't stand a liar.
I can't
Now
stand
I
a
love
liar
a
either.
vegan. they're you know I've slept with a few vegans.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
You're the only meat they've ever had.
I'm not a meat product.
You could be.
You are.
Hey, there's parts of you that
I'm not meat.
you're what are you,
I'm
Frankenfood?
styrofoam. I'm basically I'm basically a tofurkey.
You're
Honestly, I'm a tofurkey.
well, we know.
Have you ever had a tofurkey?
I actually haven't. Here's the thing. You know what I do like? I
What?
like the tofu hot dogs.
I've never had
They're
one.
pretty good. They taste like hot dog because hot dog really
Is
isn't
that
real
is
food
that when you're
anyways.
getting with a vegan boy?
No, it's a real vegan hot dog, Miss Ruby.
Are you sure?
Yes, I
Because
promise you.
a vegan hot dog could be a vegan boy, you know.
It's just sort of a weird tube of,
Of
fake
course
meat.
it is. Of course it is. But isn't
good.
isn't that what all hot dogs are? Is a weird tube
Exactly.
of
So it
God
doesn't really
knows
matter.
what?
And there's a good vegan brat as well that I like.
Oh,
quite
I
a bit.
bet.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, Miss Meaty, I think you need to push your sister into a vat of hot broth and say, "How do you like animal products now, bitch?"
Preferably something made with turkey bacon. I want to rid the world of that, you know.
Turkey bacon?
Turkey bacon it's a frankenfood, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's neither turkey nor bacon. Really.
What is it?
It's some kind of weird conglomeration of turkey pieces and parts that are all slapped together. It's literally the mincemeat pie of meat.
I like turkey.
Ugh, I hate turkey.
You don't like turkey at all.
I hate turkey, honestly.
Well, here's the thing, Jenny.
I also hate ham.
That's because you don't have any.
It's because you're a ham.
It's because you ain't got no hams.
You ain't got no ham.
I got plenty of ham.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. I got a whole sandwich, girl.
That's true. Those thighs look kind of hammy.
they're like mutton.
Mutton Jeff.
Girl, Miss Meaty, you need to tell your sister to get out of here.
Listen, and I want to be clear.
Yeah.
I want to be clear for our vegan viewers and listeners.
And listeners.
Because we
have
we
both.
are on the Spotify and the Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts and what's the other one?
For podcasts?
Yeah.
There's all sorts of little podcasts.
We're on all the
websites.
podcast
Yeah.
channels. Plus, but I just want to say for all of you, I love vegans. I love the vegan life. I think it's great, but you should not lie and deceive
No.
and manipulate just because you want to have your way on the holiday.
Yes.
This is a democracy. And if 12 people are coming to dinner and one wants vegan food, well, there's 11 that don't.
There's probably more than 11.
Possibly.
Here's the thing. I just don't think that you should be that angry. Like, you have chosen this life for yourself.
Right.
If you're going to go to a group dinner,
Yes.
you cannot expect every single person to bend to your whim. That's fast food fascism. Okay?
Wow.
That's fast food fascism.
You're really getting carried away now.
It's true. You can't expect everyone to eat the same thing as
But
you.
even if you
and
do,
that's why
don't lie about it.
I'm taking a hard stand.
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Don't lie. Bring the tofurkey yourself.
That's right.
So, Miss Meaty, you tell your sister that if she doesn't get her act together, Big Meat is going to come and make her disappear. They're going to roll up in an Oscar Mayer wiener van.
In the Wienermobile?
They're going to
I can see that Wienermobile now. It's got
Right?
got those Gatling guns on it.
And then a bunch of people, like two men in like hot dog colored suits will
Oh,
come
that's
out
right. Yeah.
and bludgeon her over the
that
head.
horrible pink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
They'll
terrible.
bludgeon her over the head with a
Oh,
giant
no.
hot dog.
Oh no, that'd be terrible.
They'll throw her in the back of the van and say, "Now listen here,
Sister.
we don't believe in veganism in this country."
But
And they'll make her disappear. Then
Sadly, we don't, and I do wish I wish we could all come together in this, really.
veganism.
But just don't lie.
don't lie.
Well, no, it's just that we should all accept each other. Vegan,
We
vegetarian,
are the
lacto-ovo
Ruby,
vegetarian,
hold my hand. Hold my hand, Ruby.
pescatarian.
We are the world. We are the children.
We are the vegetarians.
We won't eat meat, and some of us will, and some of us
Won't.
See, if we can do it, y'all can too. So tell your sister, come over, that you're going to feed her a beautiful vegetarian casserole, but guess what? Make it all like sausage.
No, don't do
and
that.
bacon.
No, that is not bringing people together,
It's
Louvel.
bad advice.
No,
And then when she
that's
says
true.
she has a stomach ache, be like, I don't know.
I don't, I had a friend once.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I had a friend once.
No, it took me a second to realize.
No, I had this friend once, Lisa.
Yeah.
And her mom, she was a vegetarian.
Okay.
And her mom would bring her food to the place where I was working. That was back when I was a shop girl in San Francisco.
Was it vegetarian food?
Well, she would say to her, Lisa, this is a vegetarian soup.
Yeah.
And then Lisa would start digging through it, and there'd be chunks of meat in the bottom.
Oh my God.
And she'd be like, well, there's lots of vegetables. And Lisa was like, Mom, that's not what a vegetarian meal is.
No, not at all.
Just because it's got vegetables doesn't make it vegetarian.
Oh my God.
I
Well,
know.
that's, they say that a lot of vegans and vegetarians will sneak chicken nuggets once in a while.
Well, I've heard that if you're going to fall off the vegetarian wagon,
Yeah.
it's generally bacon.
Really?
Yeah, bacon is kind of
You can't really replicate it?
well, it's the gateway drug of meat.
It is.
Really, it's the gateway drug of
One
meat.
thing you got.
All right, should we get on to the next question?
I guess so.
Yeah,
That was
let's do it.
It was very abrupt.
Well, I'm just tired of talking
Is
about
it because
this.
we have, two vegetarians in suits knocking on the door right now, ready to take us away if we say something bad about vegetarian
Well,
or veganism?
listen, I love vegetarians. I love vegans. I love all those people. I'm a love person.
Ruby,
I
you're
just
saying
don't
that
love
because
you.
they're pointing a carrot gun at you. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Let's see what we've got.
Is it another Thanksgiving theme?
It is.
Really?
Well, it's sort of topical, It's that time
Apparently,
of the year.
everyone was watching our Thanksgiving
Well,
one
it's that
last week
time
and
of
was
the
like,
year.
"Yeah, maybe we can get some bad advice from Ruby and what's her name,
Louvel.
Louvel."
I'm gonna give you rubella. Louvel.
Yeah, Louvel.
Okay. Oh, this
All
one.
right.
This one says, "Please don't show Ruby. She is a dumb hoe, and I don't think that she could ever give me any advice that would be worth listening to."
It does not say that.
Do you see that really close?
No,
right
it does
there?
not say that. Oh, you're right.
All
You're
right,
just
all right.
terrible. Oh,
Do you see that? She's a Punching Judy all of a sudden.
well, that's what we're called, Punching Judys.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
let's go.
So this is by Turkey Lurkey.
Turkey Lurkey.
Turkey Lurkey.
All right.
So I went to my boyfriend's family Thanksgiving last week. We've been dating.
Like you did.
Yes, but I did not write this. We've been dating a year, and this was my first time meeting the whole group, so I was pretty nervous.
Like you were.
Yes.
Did you write this?
I did not write it.
Are you sure?
I promise you, because what's about to happen is not possible for me.
Okay.
Before we left, Jake joked about
Uh-huh.
how his family was super traditional and said I should be ready for some old-fashioned vibes. I just
Like they
laughed.
were from the Midwest, like your family?
No, girl.
Okay, well, I'm beginning
I'm
to
not
feel
from the
like
Midwest. I'm from upstate New York. Just shut up.
Okay.
I just laughed it off.
Do you see how she treats me?
Dinner starts and everything's fine until Jake suddenly goes, "Hey everyone, we have big news." I'm sitting there like, what big news? And he grins at me and says, "Tell them, babe." I'm panicking, so I just sit there confused, and his mom is already emotional, asking if we're engaged or something. Then Jake drops, "She's pregnant!" Fact, I am not pregnant. I immediately start denying it, but Jake's cracking up, saying it's just a joke and telling
She's
me
not
to play
pregnant?
along.
And he's saying she is pregnant?
His family isn't laughing. His
Oh my
mom legit
God.
faints. His dad is upset, and his grandmother is praying under her breath.
Oh my
I'm
God.
mortified. I stand up and go, "Actually, the real joke is Jake's thinking I'd stay with someone who'd do this," and I walked out. Jake's been blowing up my phone saying I embarrass him and ruin Thanksgiving. His family's apparently mad at me for causing drama.
Jake says that she embarrassed him?
Yes. His family is apparently mad at me for causing drama, but like, I didn't announce a fake pregnancy and traumatize his mom. Am I wrong for walking out and leaving him to deal with this?
Wow.
I don't even
Talk about really screwing up.
Honestly, she did the thing that I would suggest her to do in our bad advice, which is walk out in the middle of dinner.
Yeah.
So she's already on this path of bad advice.
God. Wow.
You know what she should do?
What?
When she does, she should go out and actually get pregnant and then say that he owes her money every month.
Well, I was thinking she should have an attorney draw up a paternity suit
Oh, yeah.
and say, "Surprise!
Yeah.
This is a paternity
Alimony.
suit. I'm suing you for paternity."
Childcare.
That's right.
That's right, girlie. This is a mess.
This is listen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the vegan gal. Like, he's a liar.
He's a liar.
Why would you want to be involved with a liar?
He's not even just a liar. He's like a wise ass in all the worst ways. He was willing to throw his girlfriend under the bus for a cheap laugh, knowing that his family would not really appreciate it. I think he wanted to dump her, and that was his way of doing it.
Well, maybe. Or maybe he's just a practical joker.
Maybe he's a beard. Maybe he needed her to hide the fact that he was gay.
Oh, that's true.
And so he was like, "This is the only way I can get out of this relationship is by making a fool of
Upsetting
her."
his mother and causing her to faint.
And then maybe his parents would be like, "Oh, well, maybe he's just an asshole to these girls, and that's why he doesn't have a girlfriend." And then he'll go years and years with a roommate named Jeff and Jake.
Jeff and Jake.
And they will, they'll have their own Thanksgiving.
They're going to have,
Slowly, they will stop.
Soon it'll be a gay brunch.
A gay brunch. There'll be a chihuahua involved.
That's right. Drag queens.
One day, the mom will come in unannounced.
Yep.
And she'll see Jeff and Jake just going at
Sitting in a tree.
on the couch.
Kissing.
Oh, they'll be kissing all right.
Yeah.
They'll be kissing and all sorts of
Kissing
things.
and hugging.
I've seen this porno, I think.
I believe I have too. I believe you were in that porno.
No, I was the cameraman. You didn't see me.
Really?
Yeah, you probably just heard my voice.
Possibly.
Yeah, I was sort of the voice
Possibly.
of God.
No, listen, this guy is,
A
he's
sicko.
crazy.
I don't like him.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
The best advice I would say is pack up all his stuff and get the hell out of
Get
town.
the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, if your parents,
He owes you.
he owes you a lot.
He owes you.
Yeah.
That embarrassment.
It's horrible.
The embarrassment.
She should. You know what she should do?
What
She
should
should go and talk. She should go on like a lunch date with the mother and be like, I'm really sorry for causing such a mess.
Yeah.
With your son.
Yeah.
It's just that the hormones from the child are really making me act up. And I want to be honest with you. Your son told me that he was going to leave me because I'm having his baby. And I just don't think that's right.
I would have been, I think I would have been real tempted at the table to turn to him and go, "Jake, the baby's not yours."
Why not?
Now watch that mom thing.
Then they could go on
Grandma
Maury.
would probably die.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's probably the best way to go about it is to just lie as well. Convince the mother that he was a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
And, make a fool of him.
I honestly think she should be at the table, and that she should have, you can't do this now.
Yeah.
But I would have turned to him and said, "Oh, darling, the baby's not yours."
You know what you should do?
What?
Wait a whole year until next Thanksgiving when he has a new girlfriend and he's brought her over, and then barge in the door and be like,
Borrow someone's baby.
Borrow someone's baby, be like, "I have your son here, and you abandoned me for this hussy? That's my girlfriend from high school, and she knew that we had a family coming, and she took him from me."
Yeah.
And see how the father and the mother react then.
I think that would kill the mother.
Grandma would faint.
If Grandma's still alive.
If Grandma's still alive.
I mean, a year is a long time when you're an old person,
I mean, you have a very limited time yourself.
Oh, God. Do we always have to talk about my age?
You set yourself up for it.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Yeah, I think that's. I think that you've got a whole mess of a life if you're dating men who are like that to begin with.
all I can say is I hope that our questions next week aren't all about Thanksgiving, because I think it's time to move on.
I think that it probably won't be.
I hope not.
I love Thanksgiving.
And I hope they're not about claymation animation either.
Or the Muppets. Dear Miss Ruby and Louvel, you know, I just really love Miss Piggy. And, you know, it pains me to say that I love watching your podcast.
Stop!
Because it reminds me of the Muppets so much. You know, Ruby really has sort of a Wish.com Miss Piggy vibe.
You're just really trying to hurt my heart, aren't you? You like poking me in my...
You admitted you don't have a heart.
You hurt me in my hearty spots.
No, I don't care.
Clearly.
I don't care.
All right. Well, I guess this is it.
I guess this might be the last podcast already.
Oh,
No,
probably not.
It
You
won't.
have a contractual agreement.
We're bored.
That's right.
We have time. Our Sundays are wide open.
That's
let me
right.
Tell you.
Yeah.
You know, just like your mouth. You know,
that-
just wide
Well, I guess it's the end of this. It's the end right here. I guess that's it for the
It's
show.
the end of the episode, huh?
Yeah. So
Well,
here's that. We're gonna do that thing.
that thing that we do.
Yeah.
That
You know.
hoodoo
But
that you
first,
do.
hey, we've loved getting your letters and hearing from you.
Yeah.
We love you to comment on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Come on
And,
Instagram, TikTok.
That's right.
And write us letters at thepunchingjudys@gmail.com.
And that's JUDYS,
Yes.
not IES.
No IES.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
And listen, if you write a great letter, we'll probably send you a nice little gift
and
or something.
feature you on the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We
And-
won't say your name, but we'll give
We
you a
won't.
good name.
We'll give you a fun little name.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like Miss Meaty Potato.
And remember, it's every Friday. Share it with your friends. Tell all your family about it.
You can go onto YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts
That's
to
right.
listen or watch us every Friday.
Every Friday.
All right, Ruby.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's see if we get it right this time.
The time has come to say goodnight. It's later than you think.
We've had some laughs, shared some fun,
and toasted with some
drinks.
Until next time we have to say, whenever that may be, please do that thing we always ask. And please subscribe for free.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for
Good
watching
night.
the Punching
Good
Judys
night.
Show.